Hello again, everybody. This is MrNoobTubeGamer back with another video. I know, I guess I shouldn't really upload two videos in a row in one day, but I feel, today was a big day in gaming news because the Nintendo Switch was revealed and the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer was released. Yes, I am a huge Red Dead Redemption fan. I think Red Dead Redemption was one of my favorite games of all time. I played it back in the PS3 days. I actually had it on the PS3. Sorry, I had it on the PS3, and I think it was a very I thought it was an amazing game. The single player was awesome. The multiplayer was phenomenal, and I just had a lot of fun with it. Back in 7th grade, I had 7th grade. I had so much fun with that because I remember the game came out when I was like in 6th grade. And I got it, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then, like in 7th grade, I played it even more, and it was fucking awesome. So yeah, in middle school, that game was fucking awesome. I loved Red Dead Redemption. I have a lot of great memories with the multiplayer, and a lot of bad ones too. Because people would always like cheat in the game, or you can be like halfway across the map, and like a whole posse would go after you and try to kill you just to be dicks. But overall the game was amazing, and I've been waiting for a new Red Dead for 6 years because I was one of the people that played it when it first came out. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. I thought Red Dead Redemption was, like I said, one of my favorite games of all time. And then when I watched the trailer, I was so hyped. You have no idea. I mean, the only other game I ever wanted besides a new Red Dead game was a new Bully. But finally, Rockstar is going to have a new Red Dead game. It's going to be called Red Dead Redemption 2, which I kind of think is kind of weird because Red Dead Redemption, as a lot of you know, it's actually the second Red Dead game. But I guess considering the fact that Red Dead Redemption was so popular, they're gonna name it Red Dead Redemption 2 because I guess it's better marketing. They make a lot more money that way. I guess that's why it's named Red Dead Redemption 2. But a new Red Dead game is still a new Red Dead game, right? So that's very good. I'm probably predicting that the story mode's going to be loosely tied with the first game because this is going to be spoiler related, so if you're not into that kind of thing, just turn the video off if you don't know what happens at the end of Red Dead Redemption, or if you don't give a fuck, by all means keep watching. So in the end of Red Dead Redemption, as a lot of you know, the main character of the game, John Marston, is killed. And his son Jack, you can play as Jack, in the end. I guess you can keep playing after the game's over. I'm pretty sure Jack isn't the protagonist in this one, considering that when Red Dead Redemption took place, it was in 1911, I think. Right? It was 1911, and in 1911, the Wild West was dying. So, it wouldn't make sense to have a sequel that takes place years later because the Wild West would already be dead, I assume. I think it's probably going to take place a few years earlier, or maybe around the same time period, just in a different part of the Wild West, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Because I can tell it's a new map. I think it's a new map. That's what it seems like. Well, yeah, it's definitely a new map, but I'm wondering how tied how tied is the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 going to be to Red Dead Redemption, because we don't really have that much information on the game. We just know that's coming out, and we know a little bit of what the game looks like, and we know that's coming out pretty a year from now. So. And we also know that the multiplayer of Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be a lot more advanced than the multiplayer in Red Dead Redemption. It's going to be kind of like how GTA 4 had multiplayer, but it was nothing like the multiplayer of GTA 5. because GTA 5's multiplayer was like a lot more advanced and complex, and obviously a lot more fun. So we'll see how it goes. I think Red Dead Redemption 2's multiplayer is going to be amazing. I guess I'm going to make some predictions about the story and the multiplayer before I end this video, because there's not really much to talk about other than speculation, really. So I guess I'm going to predict that the game will take place like in maybe like you see, because in Red Dead Redemption 1 the map was kind of like near like the Mexico-US border. Like there was like the southern part of the US that was kind of like based on like I guess like Texas, and the southern part with like Mexico. So I assume it will be like a similar thing. There'll probably be like the US and Mexico in this game, but it'll probably just be like in a different part, maybe like further west, I assume. Like maybe around like California or something. I assume that's what's going to happen. That seems like a logical step. So I think that's going to be the setting. In terms of like the story, it's gonna follow a brand new character, obviously. Just think about like Mafia 2 to Mafia 3. Mafia 3 has a brand new protagonist, but the stories are somewhat tied to each other, even though like it's a different city and everything. But Vito, the protagonist of Mafia 2, is actually in Mafia 3. So a similar thing might happen. Maybe like Jack Marston will make like a cameo or something, or maybe like, because I predict in terms of the timetable, it'll probably take place like maybe a little bit after, like maybe like a few months after, or maybe like a few years earlier than Red Dead Redemption. Because the thing about calling it Red Dead Redemption 2 is that assumes that it takes place after, right? Because if it's a prequel, it's not going to be called 2, which is going to be called like Red Dead something else. So I assume it's going to be a sequel, because that's how it typically goes. Like GTA 5 is a sequel to GTA 4, even though it doesn't necessarily follow the same characters. The stories are connected to each other, and GTA 5 takes place like 5 years after GTA 4, I think. So, I think that's the case. I think it's going to take place a little bit after Red Dead Redemption. If it's called 2, that just seems like the logical thing. So that's what I think in terms of the story. It's going to follow a brand new character. It's going to be loosely related. It's going to take place a little bit after the first Red Dead Redemption, and it's going to like the map's going to be like probably like a little bit farther west than the map in Red Dead Redemption 1 in terms of lore, I guess. I don't know. There's not much to go on. It's just, this is all speculation. And I think that in terms of the multiplayer, it's going to be great. Because the way the first multiplayer game worked, it was very, very, very basic. Like, they had a free roam, and then they all had all these other game modes. Like, they kind of had like a TDM kind of thing. Like whoever gets the most kills win. And they also had like this, like all these game modes, like kind of like a capture the flag kind of thing. And they had all these different game modes, and also had co-op. So it was like, definitely at the time, it was the most, it had the most features out of, like, in terms of multiplayer out of any Rockstar game back then, until GTA 5 came out, obviously. And I think Red Dead Redemption will probably be like a Wild West GTA Online, I assume. Because GTA Online is like considered like a separate entity from GTA 5. It's considered a separate game. That's in Rockstar's mindset. GTA Online is separate from GTA 5. They're two separate entities. So I think that's probably going to be a similar thing with Red Dead Redemption 2 and the multiplayer. They're probably going to call it like Red Dead Online. Makes sense. And it'll probably be like 32 people, in one map, and you can probably do missions like kind of like similar to like GTA 5, where like you can do missions and like make money. I think it's kind of like it's probably gonna build upon the co-op that you get in the first Red Dead Redemption and take ideas from GTA Online in terms of like that. I think you're gonna have like money, and you can spend money on certain things, maybe like guns. You know, like go to like a gun shop and like buy better guns, kind of like how you can do in GTA 5. You won't necessarily be able to customize your weapons, I don't think, because of the fact that back in the Wild West there wasn't really too much gun customization compared to like modern times. So I don't think there would be room for too much weapon customization. Maybe you can change the color and stuff a little bit. I don't know. I don't think the customization is going to be too intricate. But I do think you'll probably be able to create your own character. Because the way Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer works is that you have your own character, but you have to choose from templates. So I think the way Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to work is that you can actually create your own character. It'll probably be similar to the character creation thing in GTA Online, which I didn't like GTA Online's character creation system, honestly. I thought it was kind of shit. I talked about that in my GTA Online video like 3 years later video, where like I kind of like reminisced on GTA Online like 3 years after it came out, because the 3-year anniversary passed earlier this month. But I think it's gonna have like a character creation system, and you can probably buy your own outfits and stuff like that. And I think the bounty system in Red Dead Redemption 1 is going to sorry. It's going to carry over to the like multiplayer as well as the single player, because I think the bounty system in the single player, I think in terms of gameplay features, the single player and multiplayer are going to be very similar. You could probably buy like different types of horses and stuff like that, kind of like how you can buy different types of cars in GTA Online. So I think they're going to take ideas from Red Dead Redemption's like single player, and GTA Online's multiplayer, and kind of like combine it a little bit. That's what I think is going to happen, because like most of Red Dead Redemption's like core mechanics that we all know and love are going to remain the same, and they're going to be placed into the multiplayer. But the more advanced aspects of it are going to be like the ideas are probably going to be taken from GTA Online, like in terms of character creation and like a bit of customization, even though the customization won't be too intricate because of the it's the Wild West. You can't, like, there's not much room for customization compared to like a modern setting, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I personally prefer the Wild West setting over the modern setting, in my opinion. And that also means that's actually a good thing. I think the multiplayer will be really good because if it's in the Wild West, because it'll be a lot less OP than GTA Online's multiplayer, because in GTA Online, like right now, you have Hydra jets, APC tanks, and like all these other things. You have all these different like OP vehicles like driving around and flying around. It's just like it's a fuckfest. There won't be any tanks or anything. It'll just be horses, pretty much. And I think the posse system will probably in the multiplayer will probably like carry over to like the crew system in GTA 5, like you can like join your own crew. I think the posse system will be like similar to that. That's what I think. I think the posse system will kind of like carry over into like a crew-based system, like in GTA 5. If you're in a posse or crew or whatever, you gain more XP doing co-op missions or whatever, something like that. I think that's what's going to happen in terms of the multiplayer. Like in terms of the bounty, it's going to kind of like be like, you can probably like put bounties on other players maybe, and like, you can probably like put bounties on other players. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know too much. I'm just trying to put ideas out there on what is probably going to happen. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not necessarily sure what the game's going to be like. All I know is that I'm hype about it. I'm very hype. But besides the fact that I think they're going to take a lot of ideas from GTA Online, and I think they're going to take a lot of ideas from the original Red Dead, I don't know. I don't really know what else they're going to put. There's probably going to be a lot of nice surprises about Red Dead Redemption 2. And I can't wait, a year from now to play it. The one thing I saw about the trailer that I thought was kind of stupid, it's like, pre-order now. But we don't know anything about the game. If anybody watching this video, do not pre-order the game. I know the game's probably going to be great, but just don't pre-order it, because you never seen gameplay, you don't really know anything about the features of the game. For all we know, it could be shit, but I'm 95% sure that's not going to be the case. But we'll see. Just please don't pre-order the game until maybe preferably not at all. But if you're gonna pre-order the game, don't pre-order it now, because you're at the stage where you don't know anything about it. But whatever, do what you want. It's a free country. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys hyped for the game? Did you guys play the first one like I did? Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Oh, also, one more note. I made a video about the Nintendo Switch. If you haven't seen it before, check it out. I basically say a lot of good things about the Nintendo Switch and why I think it's going to be successful. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. Anyway, I'm not going to waste any more of you guys' time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.